All right, this is my technology planning slideshow. In this slideshow, I'm going to talk about several things. One, I will talk about a couple of surveys that I've taken to judge kind of where my district is in its technology integration. I'll kind of examine those results a little bit. I'll hit on some of the categories that one of the surveys has in it, and we'll kind of break that down a little more detailed. And then I'll kind of have some goals at the end for my district as far as where I think we need to head or some areas we could improve in. So the two self-assessment surveys I took, one of them, my answers all fell within the neutral to agree range, which I think is good, but obviously not where we want to end up. We've had a one-to-one initiative in my district for 3 years now, and within that 3 years, we've basically gone from very little technology integration to daily technology integration. So I think where these answers fell is really good for 3 years into our integration plan. And then the second survey dealt with 4 different categories: collaborative leadership, robust infrastructure, personalized professional learning, and personalized student learning. And you'll kind of see by looking at this graph that everything kind of falls between emerging and established. Only one category hit established, but I think 3 years in, we've gone from probably not evident to almost established in every area, which is some big progress in that sense. Obviously, we want to work toward exemplary, but we're on the right track. So if you look at the survey results, it kind of shows that we're dedicated to working with technology integration. We're encouraged by administration and parents and community members to integrate technology and kind of make our classrooms more engaging and more useful for 21st century learners. We have a successful one-to-one program. It's now 712. It started 912, but it's been expanded to 712. I think it's been very successful, but I think there are also some steps that we could take to make sure students and teachers are more proficient with the devices, as in training everybody how to use the different functions of the device. There are many staff members in my building who use technology to enhance their courses and do it very well, but there are some teachers who don't use technology whatsoever, and I think that kind of hinders our progress because we need people on the same page as much as possible. And I think all staff members should be encouraged to commit to technology integration. Even if it's something they're not comfortable with, it's something that is important in the goals your school has set. As a school, we're doing some very good things, and we're striving for more integration, and we still have a long way to go before we reach all of our technology goals. But I think we should be happy with the progress we've made up to this point. So the first category is collaborative leadership. And I think our district has a vision, has some focus in technology integration. So we're doing some good things because we've got a plan set up, and we're following that plan, changing it as needed to make sure we're doing what is best for students. We also have a plan to facilitate the cost of purchasing technology as well as the cost of maintenance and repairs. This is now that we're kind of into our one-to-one plan, we've got a plan set up of how we're going to buy devices and how we're going to maintain these devices. We could maybe use a better plan as far as technology that doesn't fall within our one-to-one initiative. We're good at that upkeep of our one-to-one initiative, but as far as integrating other types of technology into our classrooms, we're not quite as good. Chromebooks and how they're recycled or reused in our classrooms kind of differs depending on the situation. Sometimes they're reused and handed down when seniors graduate to the freshmen. Other times they are sold, and the funds are used to purchase new Chromebooks for those incoming freshmen that they keep for their entire high school career. Personalized professional learning is the next category. we have good administration who provide support for us to continue our implementation process. We're encouraged to think outside the box, encouraged to make lessons that use technology and engage students. We do use PLC time for collaboration, but sometimes it's not always used the best. There are times where we don't get much of that collaboration time because we have tasks that our school administration asks us to complete that kind of takes us away from designing lessons and collaborating with our peers. We are given the flexibility to create innovative lessons, and we are encouraged to do so. In fact, when there are unique things teachers are doing, we're asked to let administration know so that we can get some publicity for that within the community. Personalized student learning. We're encouraged to be leaders in lesson design and assessment development, so we're encouraged to design lessons that help students learn in the ways that are best for them, and we're encouraged to design unique assessments to measure student achievement. We have contact with students, administrators, district leaders, and community members during the educational process to better help us personalize that learning, and we guide students through personalized learning experiences. And the technology allows us to personalize our lessons within our classrooms and sometimes personalize them on a student-by-student basis. Robust infrastructure. So our district tries to provide 24/7 connectivity to students, and it's done using Chromebooks, but we do have a number of students within our district who do not have connectivity at home, like they don't have Wi-Fi, so they're limited in what they can do with their device. But this is much better than it was in the past. Before students had their own device, many students couldn't complete some homework tasks at home and had to find other ways of doing it. Our school district provides maintenance and support for the devices and software, but sometimes the problems we have aren't always fixed in as little time as possible. We don't have a large support staff at the high school, and that's something I think we could add. We could have more staff to help us support our devices, and that would make our technology usage much more smooth. And our district leaders provide up-to-date software and programs. Chromebooks are either reused, sold, or new or purchased. If we have apps or programs that we would like to use, our district usually tries to find a way to get them for us. So we are proactive in that sense. They don't try to stifle us as far as our technology usage goes. So what are the next steps? So I have some suggestions based on Section 2 of the NETP standards. Section 2 kind of states educators will be supported by technology that connects them to people, data, context, resources, expertise, and learning experiences that can empower and inspire them to provide more effective teaching for all learners. So kind of looking at this, here's what I've got. We want ongoing professional learning. Teachers should be provided with more opportunities for professional development. And I kind of think that professional development can come in the form of, sitting in a classroom learning about a particular app or program or device, etc. But in my opinion, it's always better if you're learning from your peers. So if there are peers who are doing really good things in their classrooms, those are the people that should be teaching you because they're a resource that you can connect with every day. So that professional development should come in-house and out of house. The district should have a detailed technology plan. All teachers, regardless of ability, should maintain a digital presence that students, parents, and community members have access to. And this kind of goes back to my thoughts on the teachers who don't use technology as much as they could or should. I think that every teacher should be required to have a digital presence, whether it's a class website or a Twitter page, or it's just something that students and parents and administration can get on and kind of see what you're up to in your classroom. some resources that will be needed to kind of facilitate these goals. We need time for design and implementation, and time is something that's valuable to teachers, and without time to do it, it won't happen. So administration needs to find a way for us to get the time we need to design these new and innovative lessons. We need buy-in from our educators, so buy-in from the teachers who maybe don't believe in technology. So we need buy-in from everybody in the building to kind of meet the goals we have. And we need technical support for devices, the network, Wi-Fi, etc. So we need fast, reliable technical support. And that can come in the form of, staff that help us with problems. It can come in the form of money, the district supporting our devices and buying us programs, etc. But we need that support. This is my last slide. I'd like to thank you for watching. This is just my take on my district, so there may be people who don't agree, which is fine. But once again, thank you for watching.